Hi all. So in the last session we discussed about how to handle basically chaining of elements using find element and find element methods of basically WebDriver interface. So in this session we'll be moving further and discussing about how to handle drop downs in Selenium. So for that we'll be using our different to our doc that we have. So let's quickly jump on to that. Okay. So yeah, handling drop down slash carrot box. Sorry, combo box. So in this Selenium, we basically handle dropdown using select class, and select class is basically a select is a basically a tag, and if the dropdown is not developed with the option as select, then we can't do this. We can't handle dropdowns with Selenium. Okay, if that is not developed with select class. So let's see what is select class. So inside select class, we have these methods that are select by index, select by value, select by visible text, deselect by index, deselect by value, deselect by visible text, is multiple, get options, get first selected option, get all selected option, and deselect all. Okay, so these are non-static in nature. Non-static in nature, that means that we'll have to create an object of the select class, and then using the object reference, we'll be able to call these methods. Okay, I hope up till now it's clear. So let's quickly move on to the code part, and for that I'll be using this website for referring with this select class. So we have a drop down here that has let me show you, that has select ID as the tag with the ID and the name, and we have these many options that are, so first is select option, second is option 1, option 2, and option 3. We have 4 options here. Okay, so let's quickly jump onto the code part. So I'll open Eclipse. I have set up the boiler code here. So we all know that we are setting up the driver, and we are launching the Chrome browser. We are maximizing the window, and we are getting this URL. Okay, so now we'll have to first find out that web element. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you, in order to, let me first capture that element. Driver dot find element by dot, we had an ID for that, by dot ID, sorry, by dot id, what is, wait a minute, I, sorry, okay, what is the id here, copy this id, go here, paste this up, store this as an element saying drop down, and what will be the return type of find element, that will be a web element. Okay, hover onto this, create a local variable, that is the web element. So for now, to handle drop downs, we need, I said that we need to create an object of select class. Okay, so how to create an object, we know, select, oh sorry, yeah, select scl, the variable reference to that object is equal to new select. This is how we create the object of select class. Okay, but it's giving you issue. Why? Because it needs, in the select class object, we need the reference, we in the constructor we need to give the argument as the web element, which web element, the drop down, or which we want to handle. So just pass this drop down here as an argument to the constructor. So that is it. Now it's what, so we saw so many options in our PDF basically. So we have select by index. Let's do this first. Select by index, SEL dot select by index. So I'll be selecting indexes based on same as of array 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So from 0 it starts and goes on to whatever number of options is available. So by default in this page, select is selected. So I'll go with the first. I'll select by index as 1. So this will select the option 1. So let me do that quickly. SEL, using the object reference, I'll call the method select by index. Okay, this is the method select by index. Pass the index as 1. Sorry, 1. Save this. First, let me add a thread dot sleep as well. Dot sleep of 4000 milliseconds. Okay, I'll have to add after that so that you can see this execution. Okay, let me remove it from here. Save this file, run as Java application. It will open the Chrome here in my. Okay, so it's selecting option 1. Can you see? Now it will close the driver. So this is how, if I'll select as option as 2. So now let me also add a wait here so that it's clear for you that it is even selecting here as well. Let me run this again. So it select now. This will select option 2 now. Here, and now this will close the, after 4 seconds it will close. Okay, so that is done. So this is select by index. Based on the index you can select that. So what is the next option available is select by value. So select by value, how to do that? So in that case, se select using the object reference, select by value, let's say. And what is the value that I need to pass as an argument with of string? So value is this, correct? This is the value here. So let's say I'll select option 1 as the value and pass option 1, and I'll again add a sleep statement here so that I can show you the execution. Okay, so run as Java application, select, then option 2, then option 1. Okay, and then this will close. Yeah, so this is select by value, and we have select by visible text as well. So for select by visible text, so this is the visible text, option 1, option 2, option 3. So now I'll select the option 3. I hope I have selected past. Yeah, so option 3, sel dot select by visible text. And what is the text here? Option 3 is the text. Let me again add a sleep statement here. So first will be option 2, then option 1, then option 3 will be selected, and then the code will exit. Okay, here it is. By default it's select, then option 2. Now select by visible by value, that will be option 1, then select by visible text, that is option 3. Correct. So now this will close. Okay, awesome. So this is select by visible text. We also have deselect options as well. So sel dot deselect, let's say I'll do deselect by index. Okay, and what is the index here? For option 3 it's 3, I guess. Okay, okay, so deselect is for a multi-select drop-down. Okay, that is why I showed you. So this is, since this is a single select drop-down, so we cannot use deselect option here. If it had it been a multi-select drop-down, then we can select on the basis of deselect option. Okay, so it already, you can only deselect options of a multi-select drop-down. Okay, so this is a single select drop-down, so we cannot do that. That is why I showed you. Okay, so now in the next So these apply for multi-select as well. Okay, so let's see if we have already known that this is a basically a single select, but if you want to verify, let's see how to do that, if this is a single select or a multi-select. Okay, so sel dot is multiple, so this will return a boolean. Okay, let me create a variable here saying tab, what, let's say flag is the variable. I'll catch that in a flag, create a local variable. Again, if statement, if flag is true, if true, then CISO total space enter is multi-select. Okay, if it's not, then print else, sorry, else single select. Let's save the code. It will print in the console. Okay, let me run this. Okay, what is the issue? Acha. This should print single select. Okay, so is single select. This drop down is a single select. Okay, so in the next case, let's see how to get all the options. Okay, basically if you want to print all the options name, so we have already discussed, we will be grabbing a list for that. So sel dot get options, and what I'll get, option list. I'll get option list, that will be a list of web element. Okay, so now you know how to grab the list, how to traverse on the list. Just a for loop for that, iterate over a array with temporary variable, and how to iterate over a list using the size method. List length is for array and size is for list dot size method. Okay, let me remove this. Option dot get option list dot get of ith index, and simply change it with get text, since this will be a web element. And then what will be here now, I'll get the text here. This will be a type of string, and then what is CISO enter text. So this will print all the text, all the options. Okay, let me run this. So it will select is the first option, option 2 is option 1, option 2, and option 3. I hope this is clear. So let's move on further with the next method. Get the first selected option. If you write this, if you use this, get the first selected option, it will tell you the option that you selected first, the option that is selected in the last moment. Okay, so for that, what is the last option that we selected? Option 3 should be printed here. Okay, so SEL dot get first selected option. Okay, we want to grab the text of that, let's say. So first this will be a web element, then CISO first dot get text. We'll print the text of this dot get text, and simple. This should print option 3 that was selected in the last instance. I think, yeah, we'll be selecting option 3. So let me run. By default it select, then option 2 I guess, then option 1, then option 3. Finally this will close, and we have all the options, and the last is we have the list of all the options, the text of all the options, and then finally it's option 3. Okay, so next is get all selected options. Okay, so get all selected options will work for which one? For the multi-select option, multi-select drop down. So since this is not there, so it's simple, just you need to loop around the list, and same as that for deselect all. So deselect all is the same as well. So in the theory part also it's the same. Here in the documentation we have the same things are discussed here. So this is all about handling drop downs in Selenium. So in the next session we'll discuss about basically how to handle how to do mouse operations. Okay, so in the next session we'll be discussing about how to handle mouse operation. So I hope the session was quite informative, and thanks for watching. Thank you all.